Imagine our world 66 million years ago. A single, cataclysmic moment in Earth's history. A massive asteroid, 10 kilometers wide, hurtles through space. Its target, a small, blue planet teeming with life. Its impact changed everything, wiping out 75% of all species, including the magnificent dinosaurs that had ruled for 150 million years. But what if that asteroid had missed? What if it had just sailed harmlessly by, a fleeting celestial visitor? What would our world look like today if the age of dinosaurs had never ended? Let's rewind the clock and run a simulation. The Chicxulub asteroid misses Earth. The late Cretaceous period continues uninterrupted. The planet is a warmer, more humid place than our own, with higher oxygen levels. Vast, lush forests cover much of the land, from the poles to the equator. And ruling this world, unchallenged, are the dinosaurs. For millions of years, they would continue to thrive and diversify. The titanic sauropods, like Dinosaurs, might have grown even larger, their long necks reaching for the canopies of towering prehistoric trees. Apex predators like Tyrannosaurus rex would have continued their reign of terror, but evolution is never static. New predatory dynasties would have risen to challenge them, perhaps developing even more sophisticated hunting strategies, like pack hunting on a scale we can barely imagine. In this key, the pterosaurs would attain their mastery of them. Some species perhaps evolving into colossal gliders with wingspans rivaling small aircraft. The oceans would be a terrifying domain, ruled by mosasaurs and plesiosaurs, marine reptiles of incredible size and ferocity. Life on this alternate Earth would be a constant, high-stakes battle for survival, a world of giants where size and power are paramount. Now, let's consider a fascinating question. Could dinosaurs have evolved intelligence? Some paleontologists point to a group of small, bipedal carnivores called troodontids. These dinosaurs, like Trudin, already had some of the largest brain-to-body size ratios of any known non-avian dinosaur. They possessed large, forward-facing eyes, suggesting keen, stereoscopic vision. Their forelimbs were developing grasping abilities. Over millions of more years of evolutionary pressure, could these creatures have crossed the threshold into sapience? Imagine a species of dinosauroid. As some scientists have speculated, they might not look like us, of course. Perhaps they would retain their scaly skin, their reptilian eyes, and a more bird-like posture. They could have developed complex social structures, sophisticated communication through chirps, calls, and gestures, and even the ability to create and use tools. A civilization built not by mammals, but by reptiles, would be unlike anything we could comprehend. Their cities might be woven into the very fabric of the forest, their technology based on biomechanics rather than electronics. It's a staggering thought, but what about our own ancestors? In this dinosaur-dominated world, what would be the fate of mammals? During the late Cretaceous, mammals were small, nocturnal, shrew-like creatures, living in the shadows, constantly hiding from their giant reptilian overlords. Without the mass extinction event to clear the stage, they would have likely remained that way. The evolutionary pressures would have been immense. There would be no empty ecological niches for them to expand into. The path to becoming larger, more diverse, and eventually the planet's dominant class would be blocked. The primates, our own lineage, might never have evolved. They're mudbinging through the trees, no greatap and consquickliman. Our entire evolutionary story, the journey from a small, tree-dwelling primate to a species capable of walking on the moon, would be erased before it could even begin. Humanity would simply not exist. We would be a ghost, a potentiality that never came to be. The impact on the planet itself would be profound. The continuous reign of giant herbivores would have shaped the very landscape. Their immense appetites would have kept forests in a constant state of flux, creating vast open savannas and parklands. Their heavy footfalls and massive bodies would have carved new paths, altered river courses, and compacted soil, changing ecosystems on a geological scale. The atmosphere might have been different too, with methane from these giant digesters contributing to a warmer, greenhouse climate. The flora would co-evolve with these giants. Plants would develop tougher defenses, thorns, toxins, and thick bark to survive the constant grazing pressure. Perhaps some would even evolve symbiotic relationships with specific dinosaur species, relying on them for seed dispersal across continents. The world would be a dynamic, living system, a dinosaur-centric biosphere where every element is interconnected with their existence. So, as we stand here today, in a world shaped by their absence, what can we learn from this thought experiment? The story of the dinosaurs is a powerful reminder of the role of contingency and chance in the history of life. A single event, a cosmic accident, can change the destiny of an entire planet. Our existence is not an inevitability. It's a product of a specific, and perhaps improbable, sequence of events. The asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs was a catastrophe, but it was also an opportunity. It opened the door for our mammalian ancestors, allowing them to step out of the shadows and into the light. It paved the way for the evolution of primates, for consciousness, for civilization, for art, for science, and for us to be here, right now, contemplating this very question. We live in the world that the dinosaurs left behind. Their legacy is written in the fossil record, but it's also written in our own existence. We are here because they are not. And that's a humbling and awe-inspiring thought. It reminds us of the fragility of life and the incredible, unpredictable journey that brought us to this moment. Thanks for joining us on this journey into an alternate past. If you enjoyed this exploration, be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the great what-ifs of science and history. See you next time